This is the Bwananews Network. Thank you for tuning in. Today is October 7th. Here's the news. Sony ends Facebook support on the PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 owners will no longer be able to access Facebook to share with their friends and also be able to add friends via their Facebook. This comes by way of Engadget on October 7th, which is today. As of today, Facebook features will no longer be supported on Sony's current gen systems, meaning PS4 owners won't be able to share gameplay screenshots and other gaming activities via Facebook. So the first thing that popped into my head when I saw this was, why? Did they do something wrong? And apparently there was some stuff that was going on back in the day. I don't remember reading about this now, but Sony did not offer, according to the article, Sony did not offer an explanation for the removal of Facebook integration on PS4, but we've reached out to the company for more information. Here it is. In 2018, Facebook said it was restricting how third-party companies could use its members' data, and specifically named two partners, Sony and Microsoft, as companies that access some Facebook data as a result of a software bug, even after Facebook had shut down certain integrations. So they went around the back. Yep, they went around in the back door and they went and accessed some data that they weren't supposed to. So I guess Sony and Microsoft, well, I don't know about Microsoft, but Sony just said, hey, let's just end it because we can't get that data now. I don't know, and the reason why I'm talking about this is I don't know if anybody that uses Facebook on the PS4. But then again, I don't peruse Facebook at all. I stopped using Facebook years ago. And this is just something that I don't monitor myself. But any of you out there use PS4 and Facebook support to add friends and to share your screenshots and stuff? Because PlayStation 4 is notoriously known for sharing screenshots on Twitter and other social networks that possibly could crop up. I think Instagram is a possible thing too. But Facebook, man, I just don't know anybody who uses it. But this is not good for Facebook, honestly, because I imagine if there is a sizable audience that is using Facebook from their consoles, I don't think Facebook wants to lose users. I mean, I could be wrong, but why would Facebook want to lose users? Anyway, check it out. Sony is going to be ending Facebook support on the PlayStation 4. Do you care? I don't know if I care. Next story, Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming to PC on November 5th. This comes by way of Engadget as well. This is kind of a confirmation of a rumor that's been going on for a long time because there was some paperwork that went through Australia to certify a PC version of Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's finally been confirmed that Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming to PC on November 5th. It'll launch on Steam, though, in December after, quote, other digital platforms, namely Stadia. That's right. Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be a Google Stadia launch title, and it's going to be platform exclusive until December. So you're going to have to wait a month. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. You got to wait a month to do this. You guys, I don't know if you know. You may not know how I feel about Google Stadia. I'm very, very pessimistic about it. I've seen these live services, or these stream services. I thought about on live, which is why I said live. I've watched these streaming services come and go, and even like PlayStation Now and, Microsoft's going to be doing their thing. I don't think Nintendo's got anything. And if Nintendo does something, I'll be impressed. But these things have come and gone because the experience cannot be controlled. The experience is relative to your internet connection. And I hate that I have to hijack this article and talk about Stadia, but it is going to be a Google Stadia launch title and exclusive until December, because it's not going to launch on Steam and other digital platforms until then. From what I can tell. I don't know, man. Let me just tell you how I feel about Red Dead Redemption itself, because I played the first one quite a bit. We played with the community. We did some PvP. We did some, co-op stuff, and it was a lot of fun back then. But for some reason, I stopped playing and I didn't want to get back into it. And when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out on the PS4, I really didn't have a desire to play it, so I never played it. So I'm one of those people that's never played this game. And when the PC version was announced, I monitored my Twitter feed and the people that I follow, other content creators out there, and only a couple people were actually talking about the game from a game standpoint and playing the game. And a lot of them were like, I don't know if I want to play through it again because they've already played it. I don't know if I want to buy the game again. But more of the emphasis was on modifications and RP. If you don't know about Grand Theft Auto 5, especially on Twitch and on YouTube, there's a big following of role-playing servers where you simply just role-play your character. You don't really play Red Dead Redemption 2. It's more of a custom experience. So lots of people are getting ready for this role-play experience rather than the actual game on PC because it's not possible on PS4. So this is very interesting that Red Dead Redemption 2, as far as my inner circle is concerned, well, not inner circle, my circle is concerned, the people are only concerned about the RP potential. Not a lot of people are going to be worried about the story. But the thing is that that's a sale. That's a sale. A sale is a sale. But are these people going to be using Google Stadia? Who's going to have the bandwidth to both not only play the game via Stadia, but to stream it on Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, what have you? So that's going to be interesting. That exclusive period on Stadia, I don't see a lot of people talking about that. I don't see a lot of people talking about that. It's not going to be on Steam until December. So are people going to play it day one? We'll see. Check it out, guys. Over on thegadget.com. Red Dead Redemption 2 finally been confirmed, but there's some caveats. It's going to be on Stadia for the first couple of months, or first month. All right. So this is some good news for me. I saw this actually as a related article when I was reading one of the other stories. Netflix is actually going to cast a corgi as Ein. Now, if you don't know about this, this is the older story that Netflix is going to be doing a Cowboy Bebop remake, and we all groaned. This is my favorite anime of all time, so I have vested interest. I even have emotes based on the character from this game on my Twitch channel. So Netflix is actually going to cast a corgi. So this is great news from that perspective, because the initial rumors were they were going to cast a different kind of dog. And I immediately just said, well, I guess I'm not watching it. I still don't think I'm going to watch it. I really don't. This is good news on that front, because it means that they actually watch the anime. Netflix does they do I'm not going to say a bad job. They just do a thing, man, when they have these remakes, these live action remakes that seem to be very popular today. And to not cast a corgi as one of the favorite dogs in the series would be a critical mistake. So I'm really glad that that rumor has been squashed and they're actually going to cast a corgi as Ein. Ein is central to the game. Central to the game. What am I talking about? He's central to the story, man, because you never know exactly what is going on with him. You have, I think, one of the first episodes, or first couple episodes he's introduced. You kind of know, you learn that he's a data dog, and that's it. But he's like worth billions of monies. You don't really learn much else than that, other than he's a very intelligent dog, and he's sidekick for Ed. So you know, Edward is one of the best characters in the game, in the series. We're playing Cowboy Bebop game, guys. But this is good news. Netflix is giving the Bebop fans hope by casting an actual corgi as Ein. Check it out. This is good news from you anime fans out there, and also who are going to be watching the Netflix series. Thank you, Netflix, for doing something right with Cowboy Bebop. Next story. A mind-controlled exoskeleton helped a paralyzed man walk again. This is amazing, but scary. A mind-controlled exoskeleton. It proved a less invasive approach to implanting brain sensors is possible. A paralyzed man regained the ability to walk with the help of a robotic exoskeleton that he controlled with his mind. The future is now, people. Unlike other more invasive mind control robotics, this one used electrodes implanted above the brain's outer membrane, not in the brain itself. that can reduce the risk of infection and other obstacles that have limited the success of mind control robotics. This is kind of, like I said, man, it's amazing. It's amazing. I know I'm really happy for this man that he can walk again. I'm pretty sure his family is going crazy, but it's kind of scary at the same time. The system isn't perfect yet. It still requires overhead support to keep the user from falling, but because electrodes are not implanted directly in the brain, they have a reduced risk of brain infection. That term alone scares me. Brain infection. Gosh, you think about other parts of your body getting infected, after surgery and stuff. You rarely think about the brain. Previous experiments which placed the electrodes in the brain stopped working when cells built up around the electrodes. Researchers don't expect that to happen with these, and these electrodes are still working after 27 months. So this is good news from the science front to help people who are paralyzed walk again. I'm all for that. Things that are mind controlled, though, a little bit, it's a little bit frightening. I'm one of those people that some of the really advanced science scares me, not necessarily of what the science is and what the science can do, but what people can do with the science. I stress that all the time. People think I'm a paranoid tinfoil hat guy, which I kind of am, but I'm always afraid as to what people can do with the science. Even with, like AI and robots taking over the world, a lot of that is going to stem from someone's mistake or someone's bad judgment. Some human is going to be involved with that. So those are the things that I'm concerned about, not necessarily the technology itself, but what the stupidity of humanity will do with it, because we're not ready. I still don't think we're ready for this kind of advanced stuff. And if the aliens are flying, listening to this podcast, hey, aliens up there watching, I agree. We're not ready. So don't give us anything like Velcro again, because last time when you gave us Velcro, I'm joking. They didn't give us Velcro. They gave us Sony Walkmans. Check it out. Engadget.com. They got the details. A mind-controlled exoskeleton helped the paralyzed man walk again. And finally, speaking of the department of the scary what in the world is going on department, well, scientists implant memories in the bird to teach it songs it never heard before. That's right. Memory implants are here. Memory implants are here. 1984 has come to fruition. George Orwell is going, yep, there it is. I told you. Memory implants. The thought police have gotten their guns. Oh, in a new study, researchers bypass this process. Oh, I'm sorry. Babies learn to speak by mimicking their parents, but blah, blah, blah. Where's the meat of this article? Where is it? But in the new study, this is what the scientists did. The researchers bypassed the process and directly manipulated the brains of young finches, teaching them parts of a song without any kind of tutoring from their parents. They managed to use this optogenetics, a technique where flashes of light are used to stimulate certain neurons of the brain. Dude, I'm getting flashbacks of... How many lights do you see? Tell me, Picard, how many lights do you see? 4. How many lights do you see? There! 4 lights! In this case, scientists manipulate the connection between the parts of the brain that processes what the animal hears and the part that controls the vocal motor. In effect, they were creating auditory memories that would normally be coming from the outside, and the bird would naturally try to mimic the signals. It's the first step. It's the first step, man. The thought police have their arsenal. It's just the first step. This is scary. This is legit scary. The other one was like, okay, what could happen when if humanity gets mind controlled, robots? But this is manipulating memories. Memories are me, man. That's me. That's who I am. That's my life experiences. And the fact that they can be manipulated by a person, someone else, I'm not cool with that. Listen, Matrix was a cool movie, that Neo learned kung fu by sticking something in his brain. That's cool to watch from your couch while you still have your memories intact. But when it actually happens to you, hey, what if you learned kung fu, but you didn't teach yourself how to punch somebody else? But you punch yourself instead, so you wake up in the middle of the night punching yourself. because you think yourself as someone else, because somebody did convert inches to meters. Check it out, guys. This is over. This is what site is this? New Atlas. I don't think I've ever been here. Newatlas.com. They got the details. Scientists implant memories into birds. Oh, we're done. And that concludes the news. Thank you so much for listening.